Elvis, fella, come and have a look how good these are.
Oh, what you got?
Remember the door cards?
Yes.
Right, burnt, a little bit crusty.
Horrible, yeah.
Ta-da!
You got new ones?
No,
Sweet.
that is the same door card. Found this company in Birmingham. Not only have they colour matched it and painted them up, look, the burn marks are all gone as well.
That's amazing. I mean, they look brand new.
Yeah, delighted with those. So we've now got a car that's painted up, it's going to look good. The only thing that sort of let it down was the interior.
Yeah, mate, those things are going to finish it off nicely.
I've been thinking about what we can do to celebrate this car at the end, and I've been thinking the Discovery was famous for being the best what?
Cricketer?
In Botham. It was the best all-rounder, wasn't it? You could literally put straw in the back and plough a field, clean it off, and in the evening go to opera or a nice fancy restaurant. So I'm thinking we do the same.
Fancy restaurant, yeah.
Well, let's go and get it muddy first, and then we clean it off.
Then posh restaurant.
And I'll try and find us a posh restaurant to go to.
Love it, mate. I'll get these in.
All right, you get them bolted up.
Good work.
Right, I'll find us somewhere to go.
All that's left is for me to get the final bits and pieces onto our Landy so it's ready to hit the road. First up, Mike's freshly painted door cards.
Right, here we go then. It's a fairly simple process, but there are a couple of things to look out for. First of all, this sheet of what looks like pretty cheap plastic actually has an important job to do. It's a draft excluder to make sure that any air that passes down things like window seals or gaps around door handles doesn't find its way inside the car. So we need to make sure that stays intact. And the other thing that always happens when people fit these is these little cheap plastic clips that hold the door card on get broken. So just before you give it any pressure, you've got to make sure that the little clips are all nicely lined up in the holes that they go into before you eventually push it into place.
Then it's just a case of screwing the handles and speakers back in, and that's another job done. Unfortunately, I've saved the most awkward task till last, fitting a new seal to the rear window.
One of the foibles of the Series 1 Discovery was that the rear screen was sealed in place rather than bonded, more like a windscreen. And of course ours, like many others over time, has perished. But Mike has managed to find me a new one at his partner's visit, so all I've got to do is get it in.
Once the new rubber seal's in place, I've got a little window fitter's trick which involves feeding this rope around the edge of the seal.
The purpose of this rope is that it acts almost like a continuous tyre lever as we fit the glass into the back door, just easing the rubber seal over the lip of the door and making the whole process a little bit easier.
I say easier. From experience, these things can be a nightmare to fit, so I'm getting my mate Dan to give me a hand.
Right, come on then, Dan.
My job inside the car is to finesse the lip of the seal around the edge of the window frame using the rope.
Just give it a little shove about here, mate. That's it.
While Dan applies a bit of gentle persuasion. With a bit of to me to youing, we can coax it into position.
That's it. A little bit of a tap and you're in. OK. That's it. Yep. Nearly.
And eventually, I think we're there.
Lovely. Nice one, mate. Thanks, Dan. You can pop those off. Awesome. Well, I'm so pleased that's now in. I've still got a couple of side windows to do, a few more bits inside, and then we're nearly ready to show it off to Mike.